The windows are clean, right?
Ish.
Kinda. Well, on the video they look clean. Hey guys, it's Gray. Today we're going to be reviewing our first trip to Las Vegas, Nevada. So we're going to be covering everything from the hotel we stayed at all the way to all the delicious food that we got to eat. Especially being gluten-free, I wanted to share my finds on how easy or difficult it was to find food that was going to be okay for me to consume. So if you would like to see more review videos, whether it's products, subscription boxes, recipes, or now even trips, don't forget to like and subscribe to this video and click the little bell to be notified when a new video is up. Okay, so we are going to be covering the hotel first, and I actually did have a nice little review video recorded Monday morning when we left. So my husband and I are going to share with you our thoughts on MGM Grand. All right, so lighting wise, it's better when the windows are facing us, but we'll show you the view we had. We stayed at the MGM. We stayed at MGM Grand, which I think is one of the largest hotels in Vegas. It's really pretty when it's lit up. We came in Thursday night. Our Spirit flight was delayed like half an hour.
Yep.
Had a Damien from The Omen looking child screaming through the entire boarding process, which was delightful. Flight was smooth. Hotel check-in, pretty easy. I mean, you did it right.
My sister checked in, but yeah.
MGM Grand has the option to do a mobile check-in, check out like we're doing, and I'm sure all the other hotels are doing it, especially during COVID. Speaking of COVID, on Friday, July 30th is when they enforced the mask mandate again. So that was, obviously, we came prepared for that, knowing Vegas is a hot spot, so wearing a mask was a no-brainer. We have the, what's the room called?
The double queen.
We have the double queen room, and there are some comments we can leave on that. When we arrived, obviously everything was neat. My sister-in-law and her fiance were staying, so they got here a little bit earlier. It was pretty dark, but once we started really looking around, there were a couple trouble spots. First of all, the bathroom is spacious, but I personally don't like there being a curtain for the shower / bathtub. I would prefer glass, just because curtains, with all the use that people, have, it can get a little bit mildewy and moldy. So I know they can upkeep it and all that, but that's just a personal preference when staying in a hotel. What are your thoughts on the room?
I mean, besides the obvious, just specific for our room, there was a couple stains. But it's nice that they offer a digital key card too. Even when I was on Wi-Fi, sometimes it did take, about a few seconds to load, or maybe even longer. But so it's nice to have the digital key card, but also I can imagine the convenience of having an actual physical card too. So it's nice to have both in case, for whatever reason, the app doesn't load.
That makes sense, because I got into the elevator trying to get back after lunch, since I worked on Friday remotely, and I get into the elevator and my app is not loading because my connection cut out in the elevator. So I had to ride all the way back down, wait for my connection to come back, get my app ready. So I mean, as long as you're ready, you should be perfectly fine. The other thing I would say is maybe a little bit of miscommunication. We had reported that there were some stains on the carpet that were a little sticky. Obviously, if you're wearing shoes, which you should at a hotel, just wear your shoes all the time. It's okay, but when we reported it, Andy's sister actually reported it, who was staying in her room, and they had let her know that they would be able to contact us the next day with a room replacement. However, they didn't. I don't know if they had it on record, but they said if a room had opened up that they would let us know. And that was Saturday in the afternoon. We didn't get a new room, but again, you know, keep your shoes on. It was okay. It wasn't like disgustingly grimy, which is good. You have a comment on the housekeeping, right?
Yeah, they were just, you know, they came in once while we were here, and she asked if we wanted our bathroom clean. I'm like, no, that's okay.
She still came in.
And she still came in. One of my sister's friends, while I was hanging out in their room, her friend was saying like she was on a Zoom call for work, and they came in while she was in, and she said no, she doesn't want anything cleaned, and they just kept persisting on it. So they're very, I think you should probably hang the do not disturb sign out the door.
Was there an option on the app as well to opt out?
There was, and I did opt out, but I think they still came in anyway, so.
So there's a note on that, especially if you're working remote at MGM Grand. I get it. It's part of me really appreciates the persistence because, you know, COVID. But that's another comment we can make about mask wearing. So the mandate started on Friday, and when we got in Thursday, it was past midnight. So it was pretty interesting. If anyone was walking around without a mask, especially if they're not drinking, the security would literally just pull out like a hospital mask of the blue ones and just hand them out. Sealed, put a mask on. This morning, we saw some people walking to the elevator. Security saw them without masks, said, you need to put a mask on. Oh, we're going up to our room. No, whatever, you just need to put a mask on. Especially in the elevators. There were some people who were not wearing masks in the elevator, so I went to the farthest corner of the elevator possible and looked, you know, like a hermit, like, but there was, you know, some issues with that, but, you know, we kept our masks on only when eating or drinking, that they were off. So I feel fine. Yeah, that's my comment on the room and our stay at MGM Grand. Do you have anything else to add in regards to the hotel?
No, it's pretty big, so you'll definitely do a lot of walking. There's a lot here at the hotel, a lot of restaurants, food court. The lazy river was my favorite part of this hotel.
Was it a good idea? We brought our own rafts.
I think it's a good idea.
Just have the right size.
Just have the right size. I had a kid-sized Panda.
We made it work.
Yeah.
We made it work.
But if you go to the pool a couple times and you want to take advantage of the lazy river, it's suggested to bring your own.
Yeah, because from the last I read, it is $25 to rent per day, and even if we go once, I spent a little over $20 for 2 of these rafts on Amazon, and we get to reuse them. So no extra money spent for the pool specifically, which I really did like. But Andy is definitely right. There is a lot of walking. This place definitely aims to keep you inside and gambling at their casino, which there's certainly a great variety of games. I don't play any of the table games like roulette or blackjack, but what would you say about prices?
I mean, it's about usually, you know, this morning it's probably less busy, so you'll find some $10 tables, but generally the lowest you'll find is 15. That seems to be the norm here all around for the most part.
Some things that we didn't include in that video include the price. So we ended up staying for 4 nights at MGM Grand. We had the 2 queen beds in the room. Obviously we had some issues with that, the room itself that is, but the price was really good. However, checking out some other hotels and their price points, we will most definitely be checking out a different hotel for our next stay in Vegas. We also did use our MLife account to get additional discounts on our stay, which if you are considering Vegas for the very first time and not sure what to do, my coworker highly recommended signing up for MLife. It is free, so that's honestly a no-brainer. And the more you go, the more you stay, the more points you earn. If you're gambling, then you're going to be earning points from the games as well, which is how I was able to earn some points. My husband ended up being the one to book the room, so it went under his MLife account. And if you're traveling with a significant other or family, get your own MLife account because it is going to start adding up and it's just going to be really useful for you to have. We also ended up utilizing some My Vegas rewards, which can be redeemed through MLife and applied to your account, which is super nice. I got to redeem the buy one get one free MGM Grand buffet, which sells out so quickly. It honestly took me 17 days at random times throughout the day to even see that it wasn't sold out. So that was pretty neat. Overall, with our experience at MGM Grand, it was okay. This was the very first hotel in Vegas we've stayed at. However, hearing other people's experiences with their hotels definitely makes me want to consider staying at a different MGM property. One, to utilize our MLife, but also just to see what else is out there, because if there are places better than MGM Grand for the type of room we booked, we would love to check it out.